Pick three is brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SBNNFL for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SBNNFL only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Going to get you set up in your DraftKings lineups. We got one quarterback, one wide receiver, and one running back. And then Justis will give you his three favorite bets of the weekend. Kate, kick us off with your pick three quarterback.
All right, we're rolling with Jalen Hurts this week at $6,100. Like shame on you, DraftKings, for making my man only $500 more expensive than his backup Gardner Minshew on this week's slate. It's a decent matchup. The Bucks have allowed the 26th most points to the quarterback position. Uh, like, er, I just think this is a great shining moment for this rushing quarterback who's just um, absolutely killing it. Last week had 44 rushing yards, but on the season, 784 rushing yards for this guy. He's essentially your quarterback. He's your running back. He is the complete package, and he's going to need to use his arms and his legs if they're going to look to even budge the needle on this Bucks just overall unit. I think he's in a great spot. And God, the value, guys, so good.
Yeah, I do like Jalen Hurts' value, especially with his rushing upside. So I think that's a fantastic pick. My pick three quarterback is Matthew Stafford. It feels like Stafford is kind of a steal at $6,300. I was a little shocked that that's how much he cost this week going against the Arizona Cardinals. It's the third time these two teams will square off this season. In the last matchup, Stafford threw 3 touchdowns. The first one, he had 2 touchdowns. So it feels like a 2 touchdown performance is kind of Matthew Stafford's floor in this one. I expect both teams to try to put up points. Of course, he's been throwing some bad interceptions lately, but I've got faith in this Rams offense overall. So I love Stafford, even dealing with the toe injury. He's been practicing this week. I think he's going to be totally fine in this contest at $6,300. It feels ridiculous that he's that cheap. So love Matthew Stafford. Kate, your pick three running back.
All right. I talked about him earlier. I'm going with Devin Singletary at $5,700. I mean, the Bills have been absolutely riding with Devin Singletary. Since last year, there have just been 5 games where Devin Singletary has had more than 15 rushing attempts. Guess what? The Bills are a much better team when they do that. I have to imagine that they're looking at those splits as well. For the volume you're getting there with that price tag at $5,700, I think Devin Singletary is like a must play in this game.
My pick three running back is Chiefs running back Daryl Williams. It was actually just confirmed that Clyde Edwards-Helaire was not at practice on Friday for the Kansas City Chiefs. So I would assume he is going to be out in this contest. Daryl's turned into a nice pass catcher for the Kansas City Chiefs offense, actually. So he's got some upside there. The Steelers defense has been giving up huge chunks of rushing yards all season. At only $5,500, he feels like a safe bet to see a sizable workload this week. I also think the Chiefs know they can win this game. So without totally unwrapping their offense, I think they could wind up leaning on Daryl Williams kind of heavy in the second half of this one. Andy Reid's been known to kind of play it safe at times in the playoffs and just try to secure the victory. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see that kind of approach this weekend, so he doesn't really have to open up the playbook. So I love Daryl Williams, your pick three running back, Kate, or wide receiver.
I'm rolling with Brandon Ayuk in this one. I think, like I said, this is one of my favorite games on the slate. Brandon Ayuk, he's been, like we said, he's been out of the doghouse. He's been released, averaging 6 targets per game over the last 5 outings. And you know what? He's been putting up either yardage or a touchdown in 4 out of his last 5 games. He at least had a touchdown or over 90 yards. I'll take that all day, and I do think that this Cowboys offense or Cowboys defense is going to be capable of giving up some chunk plays. Let's go, Brandon Ayuk. And in their last game, their last matchup last year, Ayuk saw 13 targets, 73 receiving yards, and a score. I want them to get him involved again, and I think he could have a nice day.
This one has burned me a couple of times this season, but I really want to pair a Rams wide receiver with Matthew Stafford. Van Jefferson is the most cost effective. He's only $4,700. We know the Rams are going to throw the football a ton, and Jefferson again is the most cost effective Rams wide receiver. So I like Van Jefferson. Hopefully it doesn't burn me too bad this week. Justis, your pick 3 bets.
I'm gonna start with the total. Slim pickings. So we're gonna get off of the point spreads and get into the total here. Under 44 points, New England Buffalo. We've been talking about it all show. You know, it's going to be a cold weather game. I think Buffalo's going to press the heck out of these Patriots wide receivers. Mac Jones isn't going to be able to take deep shots with, you know, his arm strength and the speed that they have. I really do believe in the under in this game. And I know no one wants to root for unders in a playoff game, but there we go for the NFL Reacts polls #1 watchable game of the week. San Francisco +3 at Dallas is my second pick. I just think this is going to be a shootout. And if you're giving me, you know, a full field goal in a shootout, I'm going to end up taking it. It hinges on Jimmy Garoppolo. Is he going to be a firefighter or is he going to be an arsonist in this game? Right. As long as he's not arsonist Jimmy Garoppolo, I feel pretty good about San Francisco, who's never been more healthy than they are right now. And Dallas is, you know, banged up with Gallup out, with whatever's happening in the running back unit. With Dak not looking the same for the past couple, you know, weeks, if not months. I really believe in San Francisco in this spot. And then my last pick, Arizona at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are 4-point home favorites. I would take them. I just think they kind of have Arizona's number right now. I know they split the in-season series, but Matthew Stafford sure left a whole lot of meat on the bone in that first matchup. And Kyler Murray, like we mentioned before, he's lost 2/3 of his games from November on in his NFL career. When he gets banged up, he looks like a whole lot different. When Nuke isn't out there, he looks a whole lot different. And at the end of the day, Cliff Kingsbury is going to have to manage this football game to end up winning. And I don't like his chances there.